welcome back. Today we have the DigiBox. I'm going to show you guys here some of the settings here on how this stuff works, some troubleshooting stuff, and then just some bonus features here. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I always try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. I've done a couple of these videos already on how it works, how to make it work for you. Yeah, so before we plug it in, there's something that I didn't mention in some of my previous videos. You know, you got all your different stuff here, and a few people were asking me how to reset this device. So if you actually turn it all the way over, you're gonna see an RST down here and then a down button right there. It's pretty interesting how they have it here, and it's kind of hidden. So that's cool how it's just right there. Yeah, so if you need to do any kind of reset, that's how you are going to do it. Now, if you need anything else, let's go ahead and plug this in to see exactly how this device works. Okay, so here we go. Some people are having issues of how to get to the settings, and it's a little bit hard to find. You're gonna find here at the very, very top, far right, where it says more settings, and then just come here to where it says settings there. So it's kind of like a maze a little bit, and then once you get there, then you got your device preferences, then you can do all kinds of stuff here. So the very first thing I like to do is I like to come to about, and I do like to see if there's any kind of upgrades. So I go to system update, that way I could check whatever it is. It says I'm already updated, so it's good to go. And then that's pretty much it. From here, you do have like a recovery mode, status. You got like all kinds of extra features here. If you come down here to the bottom, Android TV OS build, if you click this a bunch of times, it'll make you a developer. But some of the stuff that people do miss quite often here, you do have your display and sound. So you could actually mess with the scaling and stuff like that, advanced display settings, HDMI output, screen percentages, CVBS output mode. There's all kinds of stuff here that people really don't play with, but you can do a lot of things here. So if the screen looks a little bit blurry or funny, for me, because I am plugged into the computer here, I do the HDMI color just on auto, but you can mess with it there. TV HDR mode, I also have that set to auto. And then of course screen resolution, format selections, there's all kinds of stuff here that you can do. So there's the automatic. And then if you want to do the format, like pick specifically what you want, there's your Dolby Vision and then your HDR10 Plus. So again, it's a little bit hidden, but that's where you can find it. As far as your advanced sound settings, again, this is another spot where you could show the formats and see everything that's here. So Dolby Digital Plus, True HD, Dolby Atmos, DTS, DTS HD. Yeah, it's all there. It's there and not hard to find, just a little bit of a maze. If you do come here to storage, you could also keep track of how much storage you have available. You know, 59 gigs available storage. I don't have much on here, so it's pretty good stuff. Once you do become a developer and you open up developer options, this is another area where you could either stay awake all the time, enable Bluetooth. You have your USB debugging here that you could turn on. I like to come here and turn this on to wireless display certification and enable Wi-Fi variables logging. I do some stuff here when I'm opening up certain apps to control certain things. So if I want to send certain apps to the device, that's how I do it. And then you also have some other stuff here. And I always tell people, if you don't know how to use this, don't mess with it, read on it, or just do a lot of research before you really play with this thing. But yeah, you got location, accessibility, restart, just a lot of things here. If you do come here to accounts and sign in, this is where I have my Google Play Store. So you could just come in here and then you could just remove your account. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove mine, but that's how you can set it up. And everything is pretty good here. You do have like a projection mode. They're asking about this too. It says Pixel 3 waiting for connection, mirrorcasting. So if you are going to mirrorcast something, that's how you're going to be able to do it. If you need to reset anything, if you need to do an update, here's a shortcut, OTA local update or OTA online update. This will be for the device itself, not just the other one. So this one says OTA version 3.1. If there's any kind of updates right here, it says fail to access the server. Just wherever you got this device from, this is where you're going to check it out. So it says fail to access server. Once you get it, you could download it, you could upgrade it, and then you can clear it. So multiple things here. That's where you're going to want to do it. And again, wherever you got it, you're going to ask them, hey, is there any kind of update on this thing? And they'll be able to fix it for you or make things work. So pretty good stuff. Very, very easy to do, and everything's going to be here. Again, a little bit hidden on that top thing up here. But again, as you play with this thing, you guys will be able to figure this out pretty easily. So yeah, not too bad. And I hope you guys liked today's episode. Always try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff with this device and how it works. And again, I like the aesthetics, how this thing is. It's just slightly different than some of the other ones. So I'm glad they didn't put the giant antennas either. But let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.